What up? How y'all doing? Sorry for running late. Trying to figure out scheduling things. Go figure. Figuring out a schedule when you know, your girlfriend has a job and there's a, you know, kiddo that needs to be watched by someone is very difficult. So here's the plan. Just so you guys can, you know, have a general idea of what to expect. For those that don't know, because I'm sure there's a lot of people somehow that don't have any idea. I need to fix. I don't like that the chat is like left-sided. I kind of liked when it was more center. Am I the only one that's annoyed by that? I can't be the only one that's annoyed by that. It looks weird, right? Am I bugging? I feel like I'm losing my mind. It's right side for us? What? What? What are you talking about? No, it's not. Well, no. All right. No. I meant not. I know it's on the right side of me. Well, you're right. I meant like the chat, the names are lined up on the left. So when somebody does a short message and a long one, it looks weird. That's just a click though. This will fix in like 2 seconds. I just changed it to the clean option. And now it's good. Now it'll be everything will be centered because, you know, OCD and all that shit. So here's the plan for today. We were originally, I was going to allow Twitch chat to go through and choose who we banned from Patreon for being a dickbag on this most recent One Piece video, which I think we still probably will do. I think it'll be a lot of fun, but just not today. So today we're going to be doing Merphy's video. Zom, thank you for the 1,000 biddies, man. I appreciate it. So I can't really do a lot today. I have to be off in about an hour and a half, which means that we're going to start Merphy's video pretty much right away and go from there. So what we're doing is we're going to be doing some stuff for that. We're going to be doing Merphy's. All right. And then going forward, for those, all right, I forgot to explain it because I'm an idiot. For those that don't know, it's summer, which for those that don't have children, let me explain it as simply as I can. Let me pop out YouTube chat so I can not neglect them like the redheaded stepchild. Since it's the summer, I have my daughter a little bit more than I normally would. No, I just have to like hold back the roasts and make sure I don't pause as much. So because of that, I get my daughter every other week, which is fucking awesome. You know, I get her a week on, week off, week on, week off. But as I'm sure y'all can imagine, it's not that hard for me to kind of run in here and record a 30-minute episode video and then go out there and, you know, check on my girlfriend, check on my daughter, things like that. But streams make it very hard. So that being said, on the weeks I don't have her, which will be next week, you're going to see streams continue the way they normally do. They'll be long. We'll do a bunch of shit, etc., etc. However, on the weeks that we do have her, I'm not going to realistically, we tried to stick to a schedule. It's just not feasible at the moment. You know, my girlfriend works a job where she doesn't get to control her schedule. She can't adjust her schedule the way that I can. Because obviously, right, we have different jobs. So because of that, you're going to see streams be a little bit more sporadic during the weeks I have her, and they will be shorter, right? So today is an hour and a half. This is a much shorter than different. Like more than likely it'll be 2, 3, whatever, and go from there. That's pretty much what the plan is. Yeah, 100% revenue. And that's what we've been trying to figure out, right? Because there is a balance, right? At the end of the day, I got to work to pay the bills in some way, right? So it's trying to figure out a solution. And, you know, you guys mostly are fairly chill. Obviously, there is some people who aren't. We learn that every stream. We learned that on Patreon today. But, you know, most of you guys are chill, and most of you guys, I think, are going to be chill with this, you know, and everything like that. So that being said, I'm drawing a blank. I have to double check. But we had scheduled originally Invincible episode 2 from the top donor of last stream. I believe it was Zenzis. I might be wrong. I apologize if it wasn't. So I'm not going to be able to do that this stream, just to give an idea. But next stream we will, and then we'll do also whoever, you know, top this one, etc. Y'all get the idea. So that being said, we're going to start Merphy's video here in literally a minute or two instead of doing the hour-long chat I normally do, because let's get this out of the way and done. However, I do want to let y'all know that the Raid Shadow Legends sponsored stream did so freaking well. Y'all crushed the goal so hard that they reached out to me and they offered a bonus. So we're not doing another sponsored stream. It'll expire on, I think it's Monday. I forget when the sponsor stream was. I think it's Monday. So if you could see it, it says 241. If we hit 280, that is the stretch goal they gave me. So if we hit 280, I can afford to do this. So that being said, if you have not already downloaded the game and completed the tutorial, you can do it now. If you do it now, you'll see that number up there change. And when it does, I'm going to ask who you are. All right? And I'll give you a Twitch sub for free, the same way that I gifted over 100+ subs and got banned. Well, not banned. I got blocked for fraud by Twitch like 4 separate times, because apparently individually gifting 100+ subs is a little weird, which I guess makes sense. And let me tell you right now, my email that is linked to my PayPal is completely overrun with nothing but $5 purchases, because I have over 100+ emails in there now. Over 100+ fucking emails, dude, of literally just, hey, you gave Twitch $5.40. Oh, there it is. So if you want a free sub, there you go. That being said, I want to make sure that everything is prepped properly. And if I am not mistaken, I should have the audio set. So let me just make sure. Cool. So I still have it linked to chat. Perfecto. Hi, Rand. Thank you for the tier 1, man. Stream Baby. What's our Stream Baby's name, dude? 9 months. What's up, dude? You can't even handle 2 emails? Oh, y'all should see. I have currently... I currently have 6,610 unread emails. Mostly spam. We're going to start. So to give you an idea why it's spam, does anybody here know what E3 is before we start this video? I'm going to start the recording so I have it. Does anybody know what E3 is? Thank you for the 200 bits, Hubie. So for those that don't know what E3 is, I see a bunch of people saying they do. For those that do know what E3 or don't know what E3 is, it is basically the biggest video game convention or conference in the world, essentially. And every year they announce big games. They announce what's coming. You know, Sony does their shit and is like, haha, we're not going to be there, so that all you do is talk about us when we show our games in 2 months. But as you know, before anime content, I was a full-time video game streamer. That's what I did for a living. So I streamed random video games. And because of that, I went to E3 a bunch of times. And Pay Sensei, they were the Prime sub. I totally forgot why I was telling the story. Why the fuck did I bring up E3? There was a reason that I brought up E3. Spam emails, yes. So 2 years ago, E3 fucked up. And they leaked everybody's information. Luckily, I've moved like 2 or 3 times since then, so it doesn't matter. But they basically doxed everyone. Like everybody that had a media badge, not consumers, but everybody who had a media badge. If you were there for media, whether you were a CEO of a Fortune 500 company or you were a random lowly streamer like myself, we basically all got doxed. And as soon as that happened, my email got flooded with every possible type of spam that you could think of. Luckily, I don't use that email for business anymore. But occasionally I still have companies reach out through that email. So it's like, well, shit. So yeah, that's why I have an obscene amount of unread emails. Is that why I don't use it anymore? That's partial. That's not entirely the reason, but that is a big factor. That is definitely a big factor. Oh, also, as a bonus. So as y'all can see, obviously, there's 39 slots open, right? So if you're not a subscriber and if you want a free sub, you can go download exclamation raid, download the game, finish the tutorial. I'll gift you a sub. Obviously, the goal is 280. If we don't hit 280, then I just wasted a bunch of gifted subs and didn't get paid for it. It is what it is. Sometimes you got to gamble. So go download it if you haven't already. But that being said, if you see down here, that 1200 is sub points. If we hit that, we get another emote on Twitch. So we are actually close to getting another emote on Twitch. So combined with another 40 gifted subs that I will more than likely have to go through and do myself, we also will probably unlock a new emote. So you guys got to think about it. We got 25 or 30 now. We're going to have another one and go from there. Raid can be played on PC or mobile. You can do either way. It's your choice. Like I said, we're not playing the game today. It's not super sponsored. They just were like, hey, we'll give you an extra 4 or 5 days to see if you can hit that downloads like someone just did. And you know, go from there. That's pretty much what the plan is. I will mute the desktop audio once we start. That way, if that noise that just went off won't drive you guys crazy during the video. But like I said, this is going to be a, you know, a more chill thing. So that being said, let me pull the chat up over here. Let me get Murphy's video set up and let's get started, baby. You don't need to join the clan to get the free sub, dude. You just got to download and complete the tutorial. Once you do that, an alert will come up just like that there. And then you're good. Will there be more Skate the Infinity reactions? That was requested by a top donor. I don't have any plans, at least not at the moment, to continue that. That might change, but at the moment, you know, no. There's other series that I would like, that I want to prioritize more over Skate. You know, Frankie Ruff, I suppose. If y'all can find Frankie's button down, I will gladly wear that. Like, gladly. Yeah, what I can say is that if you, I have not talked to Merphy, I just have too much on my plate. I would like to at some point, but trying to organize guests and stuff right now while I have my daughter for a week at a time is just way too hard. I'm doing my best to try and do it, but it's just too much. It's just too much at the moment. Like, I would love to. Like, I'm sure we're going to get her on the podcast. I'll probably reach out to her in like a week or two. I know she's shown interest, and I think it would be a very fun podcast. What my goal is, I would like to finish Marineford, and then ideally around that time with at the rate that I'm going, I think that if I really go hard, I could finish Marineford in about a week and a half. And by then, I think that she would be at the point where she'd be probably done reading Marine. She's doing what, a week at a time? So 1, 2, 3, probably 3 weeks. I think that would make the most sense. You know what I mean? I think that makes more. I think that makes the most sense. I think us getting to the point where we can both just gush about Marineford. She might reread just before Marineford. See, if that's the case, then that's fine. Then we'll figure something else out. I just think that would be a great. I think that would be a great point to talk. You know, I think that would be a good way to talk about it. I think it would just make sense. Murphy should be finishing Impel Down tomorrow. Ooh, wow. Okay, so she's about a week ahead of her videos. That makes sense. What's happening on Patreon? We'll get to it later. I don't have the time to go into it. I was gonna let Twitch chat choose who we banned from Patreon. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow or a different day or whenever I'm able to stream, and we'll go from there, and we'll make a video out of it or something. I don't know. jaydohfive, thank you so much, dude. I appreciate it. What is this? Oh, yeah. I think it would be a very fun podcast. The only thing you have to do is mention me in Discord with a screenshot of the game. With a screenshot of it, yes. One person downloaded it. So if that was you, Jono, then yes. Like I said, guys, you don't need to worry about what happened on Patreon. I'll explain more in detail a different day. Don't worry about it too much right now. Yeah, unless if you did not download it today, like if you downloaded it the day we did the sponsored stream, there was clear instructions, and if you didn't follow those instructions, you missed out. I don't know what to tell you. I gave a time limit. I gave like 18 hours for people to respond to me. If you didn't, you missed out your opportunity. This is a bonus for people who currently aren't. Zen says, thank you for gifting another 5 subs. All right, chat, let's just dive right into Amazon Lily review One Piece for Merphy Napier. Again, if you guys have not, okay, go drop a sub to her channel. Go drop a like, and if you could do me a favor, I'd really appreciate it. If you're on PC, I know you guys can't do it on mobile, but if anybody's on PC, please open her video, just mute it and let it run in the background. Just give her that extra view. I'd appreciate it. She makes fantastic videos. Go watch the rest of hers if you haven't. I haven't reacted to all of them because I originally wasn't planning to, and everybody just kind of yelled at me and was like, Ruff, how dare you watch anything One Piece related without the chat? That's rude. And I was like, okay then. Fine. So now y'all get it. So let's just go right in. I think it just makes the most sense. And let me change my display capture. Bum 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 bum. We're gonna shrink that down. Okay. Our sub goal is set in motion. When am I making new reaction? I don't even know how to answer that question, bro. I don't even know how to answer that question. That's like the most unspecific question I've ever been asked. Okay, this should be good volume-wise.
I'm gonna actually have a short and not emotional video.
Okay.
I'm pleased. Amazon Lily.
I know she doesn't look dead. She doesn't look like she's crying.
It was good.
I get it.
I thought it had some
I mean,
great moments,
Amazon Lily wasn't
overall,
really a sad arc. Amazon Lily was very fun.
Feelings about it. I guess this is kind of the reprieve arc or the bridge arc. I don't know, filler arc.
I don't really have a schedule for the stream, at least not now.
In the last arc, I thought we were just having a fun, light time, following some heavy themes, but for the most part, it was a reprieve going into the next big emotional stuff.
Some degenerate. They really gifted sub, dude.
Me so much. This one did feel like a filler arc, not filler, reprieve.
And I do have the raid chat like open, so if you're one of the people that gifts the sub, like that person did, I got you.
Somewhere, but standing on its own.
No, I don't want her to look dead. I'm saying she doesn't look dead the way she did in the last video. Like, Shabandi fucked her up, bro. Like, Shabandi fucked her up. You know what I mean? Sonic, thank you for the prime 2 months, man. Not surprisingly, though. I got you, Nana. I'm going to take your word for it. Oh, yo, my bad, YouTube. I totally muted on your end by mistake. That's my fault. My bad.
But it didn't even need.
It should be fixed now.
It didn't even need to be that long. But it's
that was my bad. Sorry, YouTube. I totally muted. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. I muted the wrong thing. My bad. My bad. I apologize. Oh, dude, that's funny. I also totally forgot to put this. There we go. I fixed it. My bad.
Time.
I didn't mean to, dude.
I'm ready to get on with it. So anyway, we're in Amazon Lily, which features the Island of Women. I don't remember what the island's called. Maybe it'll be on the screen. Maybe it won't. After Luffy has been pawpawed away, he lands on
yes, we're still going with pawpaw.
Of women that is completely 100% made up
I like
of
it.
women.
I can vibe with it.
The lore of the island is essentially amounts to every now and then a woman leaves the island and somehow comes back with a baby. Nobody knows how. The baby's always a girl. Nobody knows how. The island itself sits in the calm belt.
I thought that people told me that was explained in the manga. Did she miss it? Or am I bugging?
And there are...
Because I thought the same thing, and a bunch of people told me it was explained in the manga. It was explained in the anime. Did I just miss it?
Of pirate
or is it very subtle? Maybe
basically any ships, there's a ton of giant terrible monsters around, and any ships that come near the pirates pillage and thieve.
You just got to download it and complete the tutorial. It takes about 3 minutes. It's super quick.
Their women, and the mantra of this island is strength is beauty, which I like the mantra, but we'll talk more about it later. I am glad that the arc starts off with already establishing for me what kind of mental state Luffy is in, because that was one of my biggest concerns going into this. How's Luffy doing? How are my people doing? How are their emotions? How are their bodies? Are they okay? And I had to only know about Luffy for the longest time, but I am glad to know right off that
somebody explained it to me. Somebody went through and told me and like explained like how it works and like how they end up with kids. I just don't remember it being explained in this series. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
That he has established in his mind, okay, I'm not dead, which probably means that none of my friends are dead either, and we're all just flying through the air for 3 days straight. It was interesting to see Luffy explore this island, and as he faced different obstacles, he would constantly come back to, man, I wish Chopper was here. Man, I wish, fill in blank here was here, and kind of acknowledging how deficit he is without his crew, which, we haven't really followed just Luffy since the very beginning, right? I mean, from like volume 1, he was alone, but then very, very quickly he
how do I read 2 chats at once?
His team of people.
I've been a full-time streamer for a long time,
as well as to like stand back to back with them, so that he was never fighting alone. Luffy is very much a brute strength kind of guy.
You just get better with it over time,
which was made very clear. Very clear as soon as he got that paper back.
It's also easier for videos like this, right? Like she speaks my language. When I'm watching a subbed anime, it's way harder, and I have to pay attention to chat significantly less.
And instead of going around or over the wall, he's just like, guess I need to go through it.
I'm aiming for Jujutsu Kaisen tomorrow, but again, I can't guarantee anything. He's such a brute strength kind of guy.
The majority of obstacles he faces, his mentality is, I'll just punch harder.
More than likely, but
which will only
on the weeks I have my daughter, just understand that there's always going to be the possibility that I may have to delay a few days.
Off of each other is just, it's my favorite thing.
More than likely should be fine, though.
And I'm so sad. I love Luffy. I do. I love Luffy. I love him so much. But I love this crew.
No, not today, Fudger. Today is a shorter day.
Not 10 chapters, for like 9 chapters was...
Thank you for the download.
I missed him. I missed them. Anyway, he eats mushrooms because of course he does.
Dude, Dig, this is horrible. Dude, I ordered a big Luffy figure and it broke inside the box when it came. So you know how people are always like, look, I talk shit about Amazon all the time, right? I'm partnered with Twitch, which basically means I'm partnered with Amazon, right? And I talk shit about Amazon all the time, right? Just like if you haven't used your Amazon Prime sub, duh, come on, Jeff Bezos don't need that money. Use your fucking Prime sub. But no, so I bring it up because people are always like, oh, just buy from mom and pop shops. Why you buy from Amazon? Why do I buy from Amazon? Because Amazon makes it easy as fuck to return shit. Do you know how many times I've ordered manga and it comes in fucked up and I'm just like, yo, return, bro, all the time. Bro, I bought a $250 futon for our little loft area over there. Okay, I was like, it looks nice. It's got cup holders. Great. It is the most uncomfortable fucking shitty couch I've ever sat on in my entire fucking life. And I went to initiate the return. I was like, I don't care. I'll pack the bitch up. I'll put it in the car. I'll bring it to the fucking UPS store. This thing is ass. I want my money back. Right? Takeshi, they were the Prime stuff. So I initiate the return through Amazon, and Amazon's like, all right, your money will be back on your account later today. Don't worry about it. Keep the couch. I'm sorry, mom and pop shops can't do that shit. They can't. They just can't do it.
And he just keeps on eating them.
What did I do with it? I don't know.
He almost dies. And this is where
we haven't replaced it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it.
The women on this island. Luffy gets a new getup,
in the garage.
which is just top-notch wardrobe change.
I'd like to get some weights so that I can actually work out in my garage.
From Luffy,
maybe
like
sell
when
it.
he apologizes for insulting the clothes, and then is like, "So could you not shoot me now?" Or when everybody is trying to kill him, and so his response is, "I should probably kidnap this girl that has this paper I want. That'll definitely help win over this island of people that has already sentenced me to death." I mean, at this point, really, how much deeper can you dig your grave? You're already about to be executed. Why not kidnap somebody too? And he also has great lines where he's thinking about his
point. I mean,
like,
she's got a point. You know what I mean?
We can fight. So
I don't blame her.
We're good.
Bro, look, futons may suck. All right, futons may suck, but I essentially lived on a futon for I don't even know how long. Let's hold on a second. Let's do this. I gotta find the right age back when I wasn't like 17 years old. Here we go. Where is this? Where's the Here we go. Is this it? I think this is it. Was this in the old place? That was a futon. This was my bed. I slept on that bitch every day for like 2 years. It sucked. It sucked, bro. It sucked. You have any idea how much it would suck when you'd bring a girl home and you're like, yo, I got this futon and I got like a 7x7 room. Welcome to New York, baby. Shit's expensive and tiny.
And his people. Oh, and then you also have great moments like when Luffy decides, I need to get off this island. There's no boat, so I guess I'm going to build a raft. And the girl instantly is like, that's a terrible idea. You shouldn't do this, dum-dum. And so his response is to go ahead and build the raft. Kind of just giving y'all the
benefit of the doubt.
And it's pretty much the worst thing that's ever been built ever. So when we were first introduced to Boa.
Back then, 22, 23, 24, something like that.
Gorgon, Medusa lady, warlord of the sea. I instantly loved her. I mean, first of all, she's a warlord of the sea. We meet her when she stones all of the admirals, turns all the admirals into all the Navy guys into stone.
Yeah, there was a clear defining moment where I had my daughter, and in the year leading up to my daughter being born and like the 6 months of her existing, I aged like hella years, bro.
And challenges
like hella
the Navy
years.
Admiral. I love her general vibe and demeanor. You know, she's a warlord of the sea, so we know she's capable of something.
I don't know what
great.
you're saying, Hoplite, but thank you.
I think
if you're being cool.
A warlord of the sea is essentially what keeps this island alive, because she's exempt from consequences of all the pillaging that she does to supply things to the island. At least that's the way I understood it. And when this admiral, who we've seen before, comes in and says, hey, there's an execution and probably there's going to be a war now.
Matured,
so,
yeah, probably.
We need all the warlords of the sea to be present so that when war happens, we can fight, right? I mean, that's how I'm understanding things up to this point. Correct me if I'm wrong. And her response is, nah, I don't want to do that, so... No. And then she turns everybody to stone.
So fucking true though, dude.
Admiral.
Like they totally thought that she was just gonna cave and be like, fine, I'll do what you want. She was like, no, fuck you, bitch. Stone. And you're done.
Stabs his hand to keep himself from that. So she just leaves him. She's just like, can't be bothered. Bye.
I'm 27 now.
Then she goes back on her island full of her loyal subjects who absolutely love and adore her. What does she do?
Nah, it wasn't my daughter that sucked the life out of me. It was
knocks
like
over and destroys statues that children made of her.
For those that don't know, I guess, you know, let me clarify real quick. I feel like we're making good time. People always ask me this. And they're always like, what do you mean you have a daughter? And like, I always say her mother. Like, people are like, oh, do you not have a good relationship with her mother? I'm like, no, it's just like, we don't really talk, right? Like, we communicate because like we have to, because, you know, we're both her parents. But like, no, like, you know, there's this magical thing called sometimes birth control fails, right? Like, it's just how it works. Me and her mother were together for 2 months. And then we found out she was pregnant. Fun fact. We didn't like each other. That happens. Could have stayed with her. We could have stayed together. Would have been a horrible experience for the kiddo. You know what I mean? You just got to go from there. I did not skip the Amazon. A lot of people think that because of YouTube.
Chucks the past
I'm dealing with a lot of YouTube shit. Just pay attention to my Twitter and you'll see me yelling at the YouTube Twitter account daily. Like literally daily, I'm yelling at the YouTube Twitter account, like straight up.
She is seemingly very powerful. She just has
their shit's so broken right now.
Given kind of attitude, and unabashedly
Thank you for the download.
Terrible, but gets out of everything because she can puppy dog eye her way out of it. And she seemed cool. I kind of have mixed feelings on her now, but I really liked her on introduction. Oh, also, we can't forget that old Empress lady actually tells her, if you don't respond to this call, if you don't do this thing and go to the council at Marine Ford, then we all die. Our island, you're gonna lose your warlord status, which means that we're not protected anymore, which means that we can't survive.
Think about that. Could y'all imagine having no choice but to rely on somebody like Boa to save you and the entire country? No faith, bro. I'd have no faith. I'd have zero faith.
Right? Isn't that what she said? So then our Empress lady says, you worry too much. I genuinely don't care. And I just really like her vibe. Now we're back to Luffy, who admittedly I forgot about for a second because Boa was pretty cool in her introduction. Luffy climbs to the highest place he can find because powerful people are up high. I love Luffy. I love Luffy. I love Luffy. And then he falls into the bath of our Empress lady, and she doesn't want her back to be seen because she's Medusa, and she's not Medusa. And she has a mark on, she has the eyes on her back, supposedly, that would cause anybody
I hated
who sees
Boa,
it
dude.
to be
She
turned
kicked
to stone,
a cat.
right? So
she grew on
Luffy
me. Don't get me wrong.
does not turn to stone. So she tries to forcibly turn him to stone, and you know, she does her powers don't work on him. And that scene was I love the face Luffy makes. I love everybody.
Yeah, like I think that is what did it. Is there's a moment where there's the definitive moment where Boa became a simp, and from that, like, look, there's plenty of like real weird fucking Twitch simps, you know what I mean? Like, go into Pokey's stream, you'll see them. They're fucking crazy, right? Going to Amaranth's stream, you're gonna see them simps. But there's also certain simps that are endearing. I feel like most women simps, I feel like, are way more endearing than man simps. You can call that sexist all you want, but let's be honest here. Men are fucking weird. Dudes, y'all can't deny it. We're fucking weird. Okay? We're weird. No. You can say simp. The rules on Twitch are very, very vague. You can say simp, but you can't like attack people using the term simp. Right? Like, I wouldn't be able to like go attack another streamer and call them simps. You know what I mean? It's things like that.
Luffy's general innocence. You know, he's such a child.
But like, there's dudes who are straight up like, yo, I'll pay for your feet. Yo, send me a video of them. Send me a video of them feet, girl. I'll fucking rub one out. Like, there's people that are actually like that. Girls don't do that shit because they're not that weird.
I love Luffy, and even in this context,
find me a woman paying for dude feet pics.
He's just so like Right, but is there food?
I don't
You got
think
a
they
boat?
exist.
I'm trying to get back to my friends. Even when they start talking and she's like, I know you're up to no good. You're clearly after something. And his response is, yeah, I want a ship.
Humans
hey, you're the
are
boss,
weird.
right? Can you give me one? Can I have a ship? He add to the childlikeness that is Luffy. Go ahead and add on no social self-awareness.
Yeah, I agree. Dudes are more desperate. That's true.
So then we get to the fight, which I think is my favorite
So
part
I'm not going to say there's not women that are in defeat. I'm sure they exist. But is it to the scale of like reaching out to dudes like, please, I beg of you, send me pictures of your feet so I can rub one out tonight? Like, dudes do that. My girlfriend used to be a streamer. I can't tell you how many fucking DMs she got of dudes being like, yo, I'll pay you like X amount for a picture of your feet. It's just fucking weird.
Arc, I think that
the Patreon is, there's a $1 tier, but the $5 tier is where you actually get everything. There's some reactions to the $1 tier, but
so the
not really.
fight, because we really get to see some really amazing Luffy moments. Boa, I'm pretty sure her name's Boa. Medusa.
She
Medusa
forgot
Warlord
Boa's name?
She turns her own subjects to stone, and Luffy has now learned that these subjects, they saved him. So even though he didn't know that 1 second ago, now that he knows that they saved his life, now he feels an obligation to
That's
them.
true. I'm not gonna lie. From my experience, I find it. Thank you for the Raid Shadow Legends download, by the way. I find it way harder. Way harder to remember names when I read manga. I don't know if anybody else feels that, but I feel like there's something about like physically hearing the name read out loud. It like retains in my brain. I've read one-offs and chapters of things, but like thinking of the series I've read fully through, or not fully through, but like extended durations. Bleach, I'm on the 1,000-Year Blood War arc. I'm on like volume 55 or 60 or however many fucking volumes I'm in on that. And then I finished reading Tokyo Ghoul, not but Tokyo Ghoul. And same thing in both of those. I struggled to remember names so fucking hard, which I don't have that. I struggle to remember names sometimes with anime, but not nearly as much as when I read a manga.
Obligation. He just wants to be there for them now because loyalty is a big theme for Luffy. Being willing to
thank
do
you so much,
anything for
Alexa.
your
I
crew,
appreciate
and
that.
these
Thank
people
you.
did something for him. They just showed loyalty to him, and so now his loyalty is set.
By the way, I know we had a lot of raid
about
downloads. Like, we're only like 25 away, I think, from hitting 280, but a lot of people did it, and a lot of people are asking for subs. If you guys need subs, just let me know. For the people that did it.
So he's genuinely amazed and disturbed that this woman would do this to her own subjects. And equally as
exactly.
amazed
Hearing,
and
seeing,
disturbed
reading. It's
that
just a
this
different type
crowd
of retaining
people
information.
would just accept that about her. So now Luffy is going to fight to the
Hold on. I wanted to see that panel.
Subjects. And equally as amazed and disturbed that this crowd of people would just accept that of her.
I'm sorry. I understand it's not like realistic or whatever, but I just don't. Every time I see a panel from One Piece, I don't understand how people shit on Oda's art.
So
I just don't get it.
Luffy is going to fight to the death for women that he just met and that some of them have tried to kill him, but it doesn't matter because
he's Luffy.
Here's an injustice. Here's someone's freedom being stripped of them. Here's something
you have to download it and complete the tutorial.
Unacceptable. So this is his biggest priority at the moment, and he will risk his life to try to get them turned back and to protect them. I love how much throughout the entire fight he's trying to get them out of the way. He's trying to make sure there's no cracks or chips.
Like, look at that, dude. That's good. I don't care what you say. Like, mans didn't have to add the brick. He didn't have to add the lines. He didn't have to add the tiles. Like, mans could have took the easy way out. He could have took the cheap way out. No fucks given. Like, legit. Again, guys, you gotta download the game and do the tutorial.
Trying to take care of these people that he doesn't even know. So I'm going to talk about hockey at the end of this video, but right now I'll just note I find it interesting that these women, I assume because of their hockey, are able to cut through Luffy's devil fruit powers. Do something so that he's being affected in a way that he shouldn't because of his rubber powers. And also, at the same time, he isn't affected by her devil fruit powers. So I assume that it's the haki, which again I'll talk about at the end of the video. I assume that that is the thing that is making Luffy, that's making them cut through Luffy's abilities and like affect him more than they should. But at the same time, I guess he did.
I get that. I get where she's coming from, because that is something that I wondered too. Like, I understand that Luffy's not a simp, right? But it is kind of weird that she has a devil fruit power, and it's like her devil fruit power is turning people into stone. But her devil fruit power is only turning simps into stone. Which I did find a little weird. You know, it seems like her devil fruit power is like way more limited than others. You know what I mean? Like, when I think about any other devil fruit power, I don't think that they have any like limitations there, you know? It's not a big deal. It's just like, I feel like her power is not as OP as people make it out to be, you know? Like if she, yeah, that is true. It is the love fruit. That is a really good point. You're not wrong.
He did display haki, whatever that is.
Get out of here with your facts.
I don't know. He's able to resist her powers. They're able to cut through his powers. There's something happening here. I still don't understand what haki is, but again, we're going to talk about it later. Because right now we need to talk more about how amazing Luffy is. So the fight was really cool. We had some good moments there. But what stood out to me the most
that looks real good.
Luffy's drive with this fight. Like, he's willing to take on this fight for the sake of these women. He's trying to protect them throughout it. But then when we're in the midst of the battle, we find out that one of the snake ladies' clothes have burned off, and so now her symbol is showing. So that Luffy realizes,
caught me so off guard.
This thing on her back,
like, not really, but kind of, you know,
if I move. And so he tells her, I know you're trying to kill me, but I'm not interested in killing you. Don't move. I'll protect your back. So they clear the room and ask him, why did you protect us? Why did you protect her from being exposed? And his response is, what's on your back has nothing to do with what we're doing here. And I just really love Luffy's sense of honor, his sense of values, or rather the code of values that he's decided are his own. So the fight's over, and he instantly
very tame
goes
today.
to the statues.
Nice. It actually worked out perfectly.
Okay, there's no chips, there's no breaks, like, you guys are still safe, you're still good. And then he turns to Miss Warlord of the Sea and
you could
says,
do it later, Lennon. If you do it after the stream's over, just message in the raid chat.
She says, "No."
Thanks, I think for this sub, man. I appreciate it.
So he's like, "Cool. Can you do this thing then?"
Yeah, we'll check out Daniel Green's. I know a lot of people have asked me to check out Daniel's. We'll definitely, like, obviously I'm going to keep up with Merphy's until I can't anymore, right? I just physically can't. Daniel's, a lot of people have requested. Yeah, we'll take a look at those. I'll obviously take a look at I forget the marks, you know, things like that. I mean, here's the thing, dude. I like coming on and just hanging out and going live and shooting the shit with you guys, and literally, because, like, I would just be watching this on my own anyways. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I was doing prior. So, like, just going live and doing it for fun with you guys is fine by me.
She thinks she's getting down to the core of how evil men are, how evil he must be, and she says, you have two options. I'll give you the boat that is the thing that will get you to your crew, get you off of this island, the thing that you want most in the world. I'll give you your boat, or I'll set these women free. And Luffy is maybe the coolest guy I've ever read. I mean, like,
I love how much she loves him.
Character,
like for those that don't remember, she has a playlist. Here it is, and I almost wish that she, like, I want to know. Okay, this was back during, like, Sky Island. I want to know her thoughts on Luffy now. You know what I mean? Like this video was after the first, like, 3 main, like, arc, saga, whatever, but, like, that's what I want to know, dude. You know, some degenerate. Thank you for the prime sub.
Instantly,
You were using them Bezos bucks. Crunchy Chris, thank you for the tier 1, dude.
Without second thought, instantly, he bows down, knocks his hat right off his head, and says, okay, great, yes, please set them free. Thank you so much. He thanks her. He's just so good. He's just so sweet. And I believe this probably marks the moment where Medusa falls in love with him. This is certainly the moment where she's decided to trust him. When the girls are unfrozen and they're like, how can we repay you? He's like, just feed me and we'll be even. I love him. I love him. I love him. Warlord Medusa decides to tell him her backstory. It's clearly rough, and Luffy instantly is like, whoa, you don't have to tell me all this. Don't put yourself through this.
I don't know.
I love Luffy.
Once I hit time skip is when I want to do a bunch of stuff. So there's a bunch of videos I want to do, and that's when I want to do them. I want to do them when like for example, like when we hit post time skip, I want to do a character tier list. Like things like that. I just feel like that is a very good midpoint of like, hey, let's do a character tier list, pre-time skip, whatever, go through it. I just don't want to do that until I hit that point. You know what I mean? Because then it's just confusing. Like trying to be like, let's do a tier list, but I haven't seen the last 2 or 3 or 4 arcs or however. I don't fucking know when it happens. So yeah, it's one of those things. We'll figure it out when the time comes. But I do want to do it, and I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Really clear that Luffy in an arc that was dedicated to one character, which I didn't need. I wanted more from the crew. Luffy shone. I mean, he was the character we were paying attention to, so of course he did, but Luffy shone so much. We got so many little moments that showed his kindness, his caring, his ridiculousness, his humor.
When did I get spoiled about the time skip? The day that I watched the opening reactions. A week into reacting to the series when a bunch of people gifted me post time skip figures. The second that I've opened anything in regards to One Piece, because anybody who says they were not spoiled to the time skip is just lying. Like straight up, dude. Like her, maybe not, because she has, she's in her own like book corner of YouTube. But like if you are an anime YouTuber who has criticized any anime ever, her friend just spoiled it over the phone. Exactly. It's literally impossible, dude. It's literally impossible. Like, if you create content on the internet,
but also just how genuinely,
especially around One Piece, you have been spoiled for post time skip. And if you say that you weren't, you're a liar.
Backstory, which I think was handled so well.
Again, I feel like hers is a different example because she read it and powered through it. Right? She's almost caught up to Marineford in like fucking a month and a half. You know what I mean? Like it's a very different experience. But people reacting to the anime because it just takes so long, there's no way.
Definitely
there's no way.
Of the best
I call bullshit.
Of this arc. We see that the thing that these sisters are trying to hide is not the Gorgon eyeballs, but instead
time skip merch everywhere. Exactly.
The Knot Island that we just left, they were once captured and enslaved there. And we get hints of some really dark stuff from just the few panels that we saw of her describing that,
I wasn't laughing at what was on the screen. Don't cancel me.
Essentially, this past is what has made them so afraid of and jaded towards and hating of men. These owners that they had proved to them that no man can be trusted. And Oda, I just want to take a break from reviewing or from discussing the events of this arc, and I just want to take a second to really applaud Oda here, because he did such an amazing job of hinting at darkness, of true terrible darkness that these women went through, while leaving it for the readers to decide how deep we want to dig into this. How much do we
love when authors do that personally.
We get to decide for ourselves what we think happened to them. And we get to decide for ourselves how deeply we want to dig into that and draw symbolism. You know, he left ties, he left links to different things that can kind of help us to paint our own picture, to decide for ourselves.
Apparently somebody accidentally spoiled the time skip for her, but that's not that surprising.
And this is something I've talked about a lot on my channel. I know a lot of you guys that watch these videos don't watch my other videos, and that's cool, no problem. But I am a big fan. If an author wants to go dark, if an author wants to go grim dark, if an author wants to like really paint a deeply dark world, I'm a big fan of nuance.
It is. It's way darker than I ever would have imagined when I first started it.
Explore something really terrible. A lot of authors decide, I want to make this world dark. I want to really show you how bad and mean and evil this world is. So I'm going to bash you over the head with it. I'm going to make really long, drawn out, detailed scenes showing you this heinous thing that has happened to this woman. And I don't think that it's necessary. I appreciate nuance. I appreciate an author packing that punch, showing you the intensity of what this world is, the darkness, the evilness that these characters are doing, without needing to shove it down your throat. I think it just shows how good of an author he is, dude. Nuance.
You know what's mind-blowing to think about is, yeah, like I know he had that one-off manga called Monster that I need to check out at some point to learn about Ryuma, but the fact that this is this man's first story, like, that is what's crazy to me. Is like, this man's was like, he was born with a gift. Like, this motherfucker, like, Oda was born with a gift, dude. Like, legit.
Like, this hits way harder than a really drawn out, detailed, let me show you everything about
it's just crazy how he's connected everything.
With this scene. Absolutely.
He worked on Dragon Ball.
We also find out,
did he?
That oh no, I'm not going to remember their names.
That's the first time I've ever heard of that. Is that real?
Completely, the ones that we got to know, Hatchin's crew, Hatchin's previous pirate crew, the ones that did all they did to Nami.
No, he didn't.
We find out
I got baited.
That some of them were also captured in this Knot Island.
Thank you for the raid download.
And enslaved, and who knows what happened to them. And they also have the slave brands. But when they became a part of the pirate crew, they rebranded themselves. They adjusted the brand to be their pirate symbol. And even the pirate crew members that were never enslaved, they still took on the symbol. So that
by the way, remember, if you guys download the raid, complete the tutorial, you get a free sub. I'll gift it to you. Just make sure that you post in the Discord and just be like, yo, I just posted in the Discord, Ruff in the chat, and I'll gift you a sub. You'll get access to all of our One Piece emotes. We have a bunch and a bunch of other stuff, so go check it out.
One, no one can ever know which one of them were enslaved and which ones weren't. And two, I don't know, I guess camaraderie. I think that's incredible. These are people that I do not forgive. I don't forgive them. It doesn't justify what they did to Nami. Knowing why they hate humans does not justify their
100%.
Actions against Nami and against anyone else that they've harmed. But
it makes more sense.
I really appreciate that Oda can create villains that are just plain evil and that we get to hate with every fiber of our being, like the celestial dragons, the astronauts. But he can also create nuanced villains that commit despicable crimes that harm people we care about, people we don't know. It doesn't matter. They're terrible.
Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh my God. I'm just going to point out a comment like this because I don't even see the point in bringing it up. Doesn't that mean he used to work for a pedo? I don't know if that guy did, but I don't see the point in bringing that up. Like, it's not his fault that he worked for somebody. Like, I'm pretty sure he didn't show up for the interview and was like, "Are you a pedophile, sir?" And he was like, "Yes." "Oh, okay. I'm going to still work for you." Like, I don't think that's how that happened. I'm pretty sure that Oda was not aware of that.
And we don't forgive them.
Astronauts!
But we do get more depth into them so that we can understand them better. And it turns them into not just like the big bad, but characters, evil characters that we still
I don't even know what
that we
they're
still
talking
hate,
about.
that
I
we
just
still
saw somebody
think are
mention it.
horrible, but that are allowed to have layers and nuance as well. It makes the world feel more real despite being an absurdist world. It makes the world feel more real and more, I don't know, better. I just think that Oda killed this backstory in every regard. We also learned about the guy who freed them. I don't know what to do with that, but I assume he's coming back around. I assume Tiger or something is we're going to see him again, and I'm looking forward to getting to know him better. Anyway, we're done with the back.
That's crazy. So you're talking about like, Rurouni Kenshin? That's one that I've heard a lot of good things about. So that's going to be one I'm going to have to avoid. I'm not going to fucking consume content from a pedophile. Is that real? Is that a real thing? I just want that clarified before we continue. Really? Holy shit. Pirate it? No. I wouldn't even watch it. Why would I watch it? Not going to support somebody like that. That's crazy. I didn't know that. I haven't heard this before. That's like a first. I've had people recommend that anime, but I've never heard of that about it. That's actually crazy. Separate the art from the artist. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm just going to say it right now. I hate that fucking mentality. You can take offense to it if you want. I hate that mentality. Like, this dude a pedophile. There ain't no separating that, bro. Like, that's a whole different no. Like, I don't care how good it is. Could care less. If the dude's a pedo, I don't want anything to do with that dude. I don't want to read it. I don't want to watch it. Like, that's just gonna make me think about that. Like, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to have anything to do with that. Like, not even a little bit.
Now Warlord Medusa has fallen.
I can separate.
Has fallen ill with the most terrible disease that has killed off every single
depending on how
severe for the one Empress of the Sea that left for a while and came back,
fucking crime is. You know what I mean?
Anymore.
Like, if somebody said some dumb shit when they were younger, it's one thing. You know what I mean? Like, oh, somebody said some shit they shouldn't have a long time ago. Okay, but like, pedo status, like, that's a whole different level. That's a whole different level. He's still on trial. Look, if he was caught with child porn, I don't care that our systems require people to go through trial. I don't care about that. Fucking, what's his name? I'm drawing a blank on his name. Just got released from jail on a technicality. Like, dude, literally, who the fuck? Why am I drawing a blank on it? This is what happens anytime I think of a name. Cosby literally admitted to sexually assaulting people, but he was let out of jail because of a technicality, because he signed something that stated that when he admitted it, he couldn't be fucking crimed for it. The dude straight up admitted to assaulting somebody, but he's not in jail. Just because you don't get criminally charged does not mean that you are not a scumbag piece of shit. Like, that's just not how that works. If the proof is there, I don't care if you were arrested. Like, if there is definitive proof, right? They found child porn on this man's computer. That's it. It doesn't matter if it takes, of course it's going to take years to lock him up, because you got to go through all kinds of crazy shit. You know what I mean? But like, if they literally found child porn on his computer, that's it. Like, that's it. You know what I mean? Like, there's no, that's it. There's no other discussion to have.
And
that's just my opinion on it.
And lived, and old lady past mistress, empress, is trying to force Medusa.
Like, you guys don't have to agree on it. That's just my opinion.
So that she can also recover from her love sickness.
Guess I am a criminal? Yo, I'm banning you right away. Did this dude straight up just admit to having child porn? Get the fuck out of here, dude. Oh my god. Yes, you're a fucking scumbag piece of shit. Go fuck yourself. Goodbye.
I don't know.
Wow.
It doesn't matter. She's lovesick. She fell in love. She's competing with Sanji for the role of the biggest simp.
Lewis, thank you for the 100 pitties, man. You got here at a weird time.
I get it. I understand. once we know her backstory, once we know that she just genuinely doesn't trust men after what she's been through.
Some people are crazy, dude.
And she's always been abused. She's always been used. She's always been, you know, manipulated. And now she's introduced to a guy who even
People
when he sees her naked, just genuinely is just like, can I have some food? Can I have a boat, please? As well as seeing him fight for the freedom of people that he barely knows and sacrificing his own
I've heard about
dreams
that
and his
in
own
Japan.
desires
That
and
like
his own way out
once
to
they
his
bring
friends
somebody in, they're
without
like almost
hesitation,
definitively going to
sacrificing all
jail.
that for the freedom of
Like
other
I've heard
people.
it's super strict in
Naturally,
Japan,
this
like
woman
crazily
who
strict.
was enslaved, freedom, and seeing somebody who cares so wholly about freedom.
Keep in mind, guys, there's nothing wrong. Like right here, still I watched Oliver Rurouni Kenshin when you were a kid. There's nothing wrong with that. Like legit, there's nothing wrong with that. Like you didn't know back then. And like I'm not gonna flame nobody for choosing to watch it and choosing to separate the artist. Like you can do that. Like I'm not gonna call you a scumbag for choosing to do that, you know? I personally can't fuck with it. You know what I mean? Like that's all. Like you can do what you want. I don't think you're a shitty person for choosing to do that. I just personally, like, I can't separate it. I don't know if it's because I make content for a living, so I feel more attached, but like I just can't separate that personally.
I get it.
There's nothing wrong with separating it. It's just for me personally.
Need this from her. I love her character. I love her just I don't know, even when she leaves her sickbed and is in front of her subjects again, she goes back to just being this no F's given, you know, just
Dude,
like
before I started One Piece, I was like, the art of One Piece is trash. But I was
like
dumb because I love it so much. Yes, it's good. How are you gonna talk shit about it?
While there's some funny moments,
bro, even chapter 1 looked good.
Her like absolutely doting on him and needing his
Did I mention separate J.K. Rowling from her work?
It is a funny...
I didn't, but I feel like it's a weird one because I was never huge into Harry Potter. Like I watched them back in the day a little bit, but I was never like a Harry Potter stan, you know what I mean? So like that wasn't hard for me to be like, oh, this bitch is crazy. Oh, you a shitty person. Okay. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't hard for me. I know I that's a weird one because there is some people who literally like their entire lives fucking revolved around Harry Potter, you know?
Dynamic. And
so like I feel terrible for those people because they have
fine.
to decide on how they want to handle
there's
that.
There's definitely humor tied to it. I just really love her vibe.
That always sucks though. I mean, ever finding out that somebody you looked up to is a shitty person will always suck. You know what I mean?
Are funny opposites. I just like her character so much that
I'm not a Harry Potter shifter. No,
but I guess I feel the same way about Sanji. I love Sanji's
For those that don't know what J.K. Rowling does,
so
I'm just gonna say it real quick and then we're gonna move on because we got to get this video done and I have to end in like 30 minutes. She's just like insanely against like trans people, like to an obscene level. Like write books about it, fucking donates to like she's just a shitty human being. That's all.
I don't need the simping side.
She's just a bad person.
It's not like I don't like his character because of it.
Like it's not just like, oh, I don't like these people. It's I don't like these people and I'm gonna go out of my way to use my money and influence to make their lives harder. Like it's just she's just a bad person.
And then Luffy realizes what kind of danger Ace is in, and that was my bad. Back in Thriller Bark, when I first learned that Ace had been captured and that his life was in danger and that we need to go after him and save him, I learned it through the Warlords of the Sea reading a paper. And then in the very next scene...
Would I keep watching One Piece if Oda became that? Probably not. Probably not.
Luffy...
Like I said, I struggle to separate the artist to their...
is burning up.
I can to an extent, but there's certain lines,
I put
you know.
the two together.
Once that line is crossed, it's over. But
knowledge on Luffy.
Look at Oda's story.
So in my mind, I'm like,
Oda's
why are
story
you not going
is
after your
filled with
brother?
so many
But to
diverse
Luffy,
people. There's no way that Oda is not the absolute sweetest person on the planet.
Pirate crews
like Oda is definitely like the nicest person ever. I'm willing to guarantee it.
I'm in danger every day.
I would buy this man a whole bottle, not even a beer. I'd buy him a bottle.
It was dumb. I should have realized that Luffy didn't know.
You don't include characters.
But anyway, he does now.
Like Bon Clay and Ivankov and make them like a fucking centerpiece of hype.
In this arc, by finally,
if you don't like those kind of people, it's just not
all the other crew members, and it's not like it's been that long. It's only been like 8 chapters, but I missed them so much. We finally see the other characters and see
I want to know what this
islands
looks like. I'm so curious to see this portion when I get it to that point in the manga.
Briefly. And we also see Ace locked up and, beat up and in terrible condition.
Oh, wow. With that color, though. Yo, you're making me peanut butter and jealous.
We also see Ace locked up.
Oh, that looks so good.
Beat up and in terrible condition.
That looks so good.
We see Garp talking to him, which, oh my goodness.
Oh, welcome, Avatar. I appreciate you coming and hanging out, dude.
Also raised
thank
Ace,
you.
not just Luffy, so this must be so hard
that looks
for him.
So good.
And we see that all of the Navy
I know it's not official, but fuck, that looks great.
And all the warlords are coming in. Medusa has agreed to take Luffy, and she's agreed to take the call and to attend the war. And she's going to take Luffy with him, smuggle him along with her, so that he can get to his brother, which is cool. I'm happy. I'm pleased with that.
I actually have one of the One Piece Color Walk compendiums, and I got another one of the One Piece books downstairs that I just ordered. I want to end up getting them all. They're fucking gorgeous, dude.
Pleased with that development. I'm really looking forward to the next arc. I mean, I don't know. I feel like Oda is constantly telling me, hey, we're going to Fishman Island. And then it's like, we'll get there someday. Or, like, we're
I gotta stop pausing.
Hey, Ace is in danger.
I don't stop pausing. We're never going to finish
again.
this.
Someday. Like, he's constantly building me up to these big things. And then I'm like, good, let's go. And he's like, Amazon Lily first. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think we're about to have this big, massive, epic war where all of the powerhouses in the world that are pretty much all more powerful than Luffy are coming together. And it should be amazing and terrifying and horrible, but maybe not. Maybe we're going to go do something else for a while. I want to
know what her thoughts are on Bon Clay, dude.
I don't know where I'm supposed to fit this into the video, so I'm just going to put it
know,
here.
dude. I'm a pause Andy. I can't help it.
I don't know, man. So remember when I said that I think Bible Guy is probably good? I think he probably has good intentions and he's like trying to help the crew. And my
she's gonna love it, dude. She's gonna love it.
Was that he sent each of these crew members to islands that they would like, which is why he asks people.
There's a full colored manga. Can I buy that?
To go if you went on a trip.
Is that a thing
vacation?
I can own?
He asked my ghost girl that, and I like to think that she ended up in a haunted castle.
Read her comment?
Where she can sing her cursed songs.
Oh.
She did. But he didn't send her any servants, and that's so
that's
rude.
Great.
Servants or stuffed animals. Come on, be considerate, man. But anyway, he sent everybody to these islands, and now, I don't know.
That's so funny.
I don't know. I'm still thinking. I'm still theorizing. I'm still
I like
collecting
Impel Down. I wouldn't put it above Annie's Lobby, but I enjoy it.
Every single one of our crew members to a place that is deliberately
No, Jujutsu Kaisen. I have to end the stream here in like 25 minutes.
He sent Usopp
Very
to
short
this
stream
terrible bug island where he's being attacked all the time, and Usopp is our most terrified character, our most fearful character. But on top of that, he did just torment Ghost Girl with bugs in Thriller Bark, and now he's being tormented with bugs. I don't know, maybe a connection.
Remember, guys,
you've got Zoro, who
up to 280, you can get a free sub on Twitch. You get access to all of our Jujutsu Kaisen reactions. You have access to Invincible. You get access to anything that we do live.
A long time ago, like back in Thriller,
plus emotes and stuff.
Oh, it was
you just got to download it.
When
complete
Zoro
the tutorial,
first disappeared,
and boom, I will give you a free sub.
Was that because Zoro never answered Bible Guy of where he wanted to go on vacation. Bible Guy just sent him to the last location he sent somebody, so he's chilling with Ghost Girl.
I wonder if that's true.
And he did. I mean, I don't know if that was the reason why, but that's totally where he went, and I'm so happy. But anyway, back to my point.
She was going to be excited for that, dude. She loved Perona, dude.
I mean, hanging out with a girl who loves all things cute and sweet and fun, but also she's kind of obnoxious. I mean, she likes to haunt things, and this is kind of the worst situation. And then, of course, her response is, oh, cool, I have a servant now. And so I'm sure Zoro, I'm sure she's putting him up to terrible shenanigans. And
I just want to know, has she heard the Perona laugh
any
yet?
Crew member would hate this less.
Like, is she there?
Zoro.
Has she learned that?
Nami,
I don't know.
No, not Nami, sorry. Robin, with her horrifying past, is sent to this work camp slaver type island. It just, if you look at each individual place, each individual person,
she
and where
figured
they
that
were
out
sent,
real
they're
quick,
kind
dude.
of sent to
She figured that out real
antithesis
quick
of what they are or what they would want. They're kind of sent to like the worst place they could go to.
I didn't put that together until somebody started like explaining it in comments, and I was like, oh shit, you're fucking right.
Even sending Luffy on an island full of women where their first instinct is to kill all men that enter, you know, I don't know, maybe he wasn't trying to help them out at all by banishing them instead of killing them. Anyway, my overall feelings about this arc are that I liked it, I just didn't love it. I'm glad that it was short.
That's fair.
I'm happy to move on, but
If
you know,
it would have been a long one, I don't think it would have been as good.
There was some great humor in the arc, some really funny moments, some amazing character moments for Luffy. We got to learn a little bit more about Haki, which again, I'm still going to talk about eventually, soon. The video's almost over, so you know it's soon. Luffy got to learn about Ace, which means that he will finally, hopefully, go after him. And Luffy, Luffy is now, he now has a way to get to Marineford so that he can help Ace.
I don't know, man. Favorite and not favorite admiral is just... That's a hard
and hopefully
answer.
do something about his situation.
I have no idea.
As well as, I assume,
they're all so good.
Has developed an ally with one of the warlords of the sea, which is certainly a better situation than his current
they're all terrifying
status with the other warlords of the sea. I mean, having an alloy of
one
of the
I've
seven
seen
warlords
Akainu or whatever fuck his name is. I've seen him fuck shit up.
Thing. That will probably help them. So there's definitely some
that
movement
motherfucker's
that
crazy
on this arc, but I don't know if there were 10 chapters worth of movement. It was good. I enjoyed it. I just didn't love it.
I think that we can definitively agree, though, that Kizaru is the coolest. I'm not saying he's the best, but he's the coolest.
Boa herself, I think is her name, Medusa Warlord. She's a character that I love her general vibe of, and I'm so, like, she had such a great backstory, but, you know, I kind of have mixed feelings about her. I think most of my mixed feelings, other than just, like, I don't need her to be a simp, but it's not that big of a deal. I don't really care that much.
What type of justice do I like?
I think
Murder all the bitches.
that kind of is making me hang up about, and making me hang up on her.
I mean,
the biggest hang up I have about her
I mean, bitches in the sense of, like,
the
people that
island's
suck,
entire mantra
not women.
Is power
Just to
is
be
beauty.
clear.
And they love that they're strong women. They love that they're workers.
Just to
they
clarify.
love that they have strength. Oh, not power. Sorry. Strength is beauty is their mantra. And they love that they have strength, that they have these amazing abilities, right? And that's cool. So it
I didn't realize how bad it sounded until I said it out loud.
Cares. But it kind of bothers me that Boa, I think her name is Boa, that her whole shtick is she's the most beautiful woman in the world, so if she gives us puppy dog eyes, we have to forgive her because she's beautiful. And like, that's funny, but it's inconsistent. I
can agree with that.
If their mantra is strength is beauty, and yet their leader that they let get away with anything, they let her get away with it because she's beautiful, not because she's strong, then what's the point of the mantra?
Let's just galaxy brain this. I don't know if this is true or not, but let's just assume it is. What if the reasoning for it is because her love power allows her to actually make people that are weaker than her fall in love, or maybe people that are on a certain level. So everybody that doesn't fall in love with her is just too strong. They OP. They're like,
even
nah.
Boa herself says strength is beauty.
I feel like that would explain it.
I mean, that's not
true. That's actually true. Well, there you go.
You know, take
that would
down the
explain a lot.
His whole ship with her devil fruit power. But her people never see her be strong. At least not while we're around. Like, everything that she does, she sends her sisters to fight Luffy. And then when Luffy challenges her, she's like, I don't really feel like it right now. And like, everything she does, she's just puppy dog.
All my JoJo's merch should be here today, so y'all gonna have the JoJo's drip soon.
We don't actually see her fight. We don't actually see her do anything in front of her people who are doting on her. And I want I want her to do something amazing in front of them and then them say, oh, she's the most beautiful person in the world. But instead she just like puckers her lips. And then they're like, she's the most beautiful person in the world. And I don't want that. I want her to do something strong because that's the mantra of the island. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm explaining this well. But like at this point, at least in front of her people, again, I know when we first met her, she does take down that Navy ship and that is cool. But in front of her people,
I think it's because they're saving
who are
it.
Obsessed with her. At this point, she's
like,
more passive than Moria.
I didn't hit
like,
any
Moria
crazy moments. I'm not done with Marineford or anything, but I saw her get some shit done. Like, she compete and she is fucking strong, bro. Like, she's stronger than she let on.
She's the most beautiful person in the world.
But I get it, because I felt the same way during this arc.
It just bothered me. But she's about
I
to go
thought,
into
dude,
a
straight
war,
up during this arc, until people corrected me, and until I saw that, I would have thought that Luffy would have beat her ass.
So I'm sure she's an incredible fighter, and I'm looking forward to actually seeing that strength. I really need it. I need more of that from her, since this is what the island is about. Does that make sense? I don't know. It doesn't. When I was talking about this on Patreon, it didn't seem like this was a normal hang up that people have. So it's fine if you don't agree with me. It was my hang up. Easily my favorite character on this island was Old Lady Past Empress. I think that she was really funny. She was very knowledgeable.
I'm up to 470.
When they were like, we captured all these amazing things for our people. And then the old lady goes up and she's like, did you capture any books? And it's like so good. And then when Boa was like showing emotion while she was telling her terrible, horrible, tragic backstory and being completely emotionally vulnerable, an old lady like bursts into the room and is like, oh, you've got emotions, do ya? It's so
I think she was the old lady was one of my favorite characters of the fucking arc.
This arc is simply that it was so hyper-focused on Luffy. We have spent this entire series so focused on the entire crew. I don't know if anything just broke. My computer just took like a dump for a second. So much depth out of these layered, incredible crew members that we have. And the fact that we just don't know what happened to them for the majority of the arc. And then when we finally see them, we only get a couple of panels of each of them. And they all seem to be on most of them seem to be on really interesting islands. I would have much preferred, like, is this all we're gonna show you guys that later of their islands, of them on their islands? I really hope not. I really would have preferred if this arc wasn't so focused on this island of women and we still got the highs of this island. Like, there were amazing moments on this island. And I would have preferred to keep the amazing moments, but then also split it up with getting POVs from each of the characters, because right now I don't know the emotional state or physical state. I'm trying to focus on what her words are. And I barely know what I care about these characters as much as I care about Luffy, and I have no idea what they're going through right now other than just like a little tiny clip. And I would have preferred to keep Luffy's high moments and to, along with that, divvy it up with like bouncing POVs and seeing everybody else's moments too, and seeing what's happening. I see what she's saying. While they're kind of break it up, I would have been far more interested in this arc if it weren't. I can see what I can kind of understand. I vibe with that. At this point, instead of just doing all the straw hats at the end, doing it like, you know, a little bit of. That's not a criticism. That's a personal thing. I'm saying that straw hats. I get that. I think that the reason I came out of this arc saying I liked it, I didn't love it, is because I didn't need this much time doing what we did. I would have preferred to compact it and to give more time seeing how the rest of our crew members were and what they were going through and what their islands were like. But it's fine. It was 10 chapters. It's not that big of a deal. Okay. Now we're going to go into briefly predictions. I said this would be a short video. I'm such a liar. Hockey.
Yeah, that's what happened to me when I said that my reaction to your 50-minute video wasn't going to be 3 hours, and it turned out to be 3 hours. Well, here we are.
So it was mentioned in the last arc, right? I'm trying to remember the context of it. I didn't talk about it in the video because it was mentioned so briefly and so many other things were happening. But hockey was mentioned in the last arc. And I didn't know what it meant, but I assumed we were going to find out. So it's been mentioned several times now. The women of this island, I can't imagine how many words I would have messed up if I was just reading the manga and didn't hear them say it. All of them not having devil fruit powers. So it clearly isn't dependent on devil fruit powers. The woman who saved Luffy and who got turned to stone, she was merging her arrows with haki power, and that made them more powerful. The snake women were able to overpower Luffy's powers through
She's
their
on
haki.
edge because commenters
Luffy
are crazy.
Used haki.
Anytime we say something
I really hope I'm
wrong,
saying
y'all
it
try
right.
to murder us.
He used it on like the whole crowd and made everybody pass out, which I've seen people
So
pass
it makes
out
us
before
overthink
in
every
other
name we
contexts.
hear.
So I think I've probably seen
Like
this
legit.
power used elsewhere. And Luffy apparently has the power equivalent to a chosen one. It's so strong, for whatever that's worth. So I still don't really know what it is yet. I just know that it's something that
It's because a lot of people don't like long videos.
that seemingly several characters have.
That's one of the biggest reasons.
Not just in the instances in the last 2 arcs where the word has been used, but even characters that the word is not being used. I'm still kind of seeing this effect happening. And it's clearly extremely powerful. I mean, like, I'm sure it's going to be the next big thing, right? Like Gear 2 and Gear 3 were. I'm sure this is the next big thing that levels up our characters. I just don't really understand what it is yet. But I'm trying to piece it together. And hopefully I'll get more clues eventually. Tiger something, the guy who freed the sisters when they were captured and enslaved on Knot Island. I definitely think he's coming back around. If I should know about him at this point,
You do,
I don't
Shin,
remember.
but a lot of people don't.
But I am looking forward to getting to know him more because I'm very, very curious about him. And lastly, I guess this isn't really a predictions section. I guess I am going to predict something. It doesn't matter. Lastly, there was a panel where Luffy said he's going after Ace, and he basically told his crew members without telling them, sorry guys, you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. I'm taking a detour.
God, that looks so good.
And,
fuck.
Okay, one of 2 things is gonna happen. One, Luffy's going to meet up with his crew and they're gonna get back together and they're all going to take on this giant war together. Or 2, Luffy legitimately is not going to meet up with them and he's gonna go try to do this all by himself. And he's going to lose. I mean, throughout this whole series, the crew has been what makes fights successful. Like, their ability
I don't know what's
to
up with this like little
work off of
static.
each other
I have no
and
idea
their
where it's coming
teamwork
from, but
and them fighting together and calling out orders.
I feel like that
and,
didn't happen in her
their
other videos.
Seamless.
Yeah, it is the video. Weird.
Ability to fight together.
It almost sounds like a wind
their
rustling through the
interactions
trees, almost.
It's listen, relationships and friendships and family relationships and bonds, like all this stuff, this is my favorite part of storytelling. So I love the way that they work together and fight together. And
I just thought it was bugging. I thought it was my headphones
I don't
at
think
first.
Luffy can do it alone. I think that if Luffy tries to fight this war, which technically he's not going in thinking I'm going to fight a war. He's just trying to get his brother out. But it doesn't matter. I think if Luffy goes in without his crew, I don't think he can do it on his own. So either the crew he's either going to meet up with them and they're all going to fight together, which is what I want. Or we're going to follow just Luffy for a little bit longer, but then the whole crew in the background will have been coming together and they'll
probably
have
is
a
just
here
like
comes
some
the
background
cavalry
noise.
moment and they'll come in and they'll all fight together, which I'm fine with. Or we're not going to see the rest of our crew for a while. We're still hanging out with just Luffy. Luffy's going to fight by himself and he's going to lose.
Bum, bum, bum.
And if that's what happens, I'm going to burn the place down.
Oh, God.
I have a lot of emotional stakes in this game. I have a lot of emotions tied up in this series, and I really want my crew
You can
back
see
together.
the progression
I
too. Like
love
now that the
Luffy,
video's
and I
coming
think
to an
that
end,
Luffy
it's her
can
like
shine on his
realizing,
own
like, all
very,
right,
very
on to the
well,
next arc.
But I want my crew back.
Ready to
because
panic.
I'm very invested in my crew.
It's pretty much how
and
I
I'm not
felt
okay with
after
them
this
not being
arc. I
part of
was
the
like,
show
oh God.
right now.
Oh
So I want them
God,
back.
we're going to
But
Impel down.
I also
Fuck.
am genuinely afraid that Luffy
Fuck.
can't do this on his own, and I don't want him to fail. So, Sorry for another long video. You guys keep telling me that it's fine that I do long videos, but this was 10 chapters. It seemed like it shouldn't have been more than 30 minutes.
I kind of get where she's coming from, though. But anyway, a lot happened in Amazon Lily, so I get it.
About this. Let me know if I missed anything or if I got something wrong.
I'm excited to see.
I appreciate how much you guys have been clarifying things in the comments. It has been super helpful to me. I will continue chatting with you about it. Next week will probably not be the next arc
Happy early birthday,
review.
dude.
I'm gonna take my time on that arc because I have a feeling. I mean, as long as we're actually about to have like this big thing that it seems like everything is building up to. If it's going to be another like pretty chill arc, then I'll probably have an arc review out. But if it's going to be a really intense arc, like I kind of think that it's building up to be,
Fish, thank you for gifting a sub to
then
Tom,
I'm going to
dude.
be taking my
Appreciate
time on it. So the next video, I'm still going to have a really fun One Piece video. I have a really fun video planned, but it'll probably be 2 weeks until my next arc review if this arc is going to be what I think it's going to be. Okay. I've talked long enough.
I don't think so. I don't think Impel Down was that long. Be sure to chat with me
more in the comments. Clarify things if I missed stuff. I really appreciate you guys doing that. I post videos every Tuesday through Friday.
Yo, thank you for downloading it. I appreciate it. Remember, guys, exclamation rate. If you download the game and complete the tutorial, I will gift you a free sub on Twitch. So today is a little different. I'm going to go through. Thank you for the other person who just went and did it. I just want to kind of, clarify and explain for anybody that maybe got here late, didn't get to hear the explanation. I got to hop off here in a few minutes. And so basically what's happening is for the summer, that is hysterical. It's literally just Merphy, Alonzi, the Nani no Anime channel. And it's recommending me all my videos because they're on different fucking channels. Oh my God, that's funny, dude. So essentially, I got to end a little bit earlier than normal, unfortunately. Oh, that was a Mark thumbnail. I wasn't sure. So because of that, because it's the summer, I get my daughter 1 week on, 1 week off. So this week I have my daughter for the entire week, Friday to Friday. And then next week, once I won't have her. So on the weeks I don't have her, you're going to see the streams be a bit longer because I'm able to, and more structured, more scheduled. On the weeks that I do have her, you're going to see streams being a little bit more, double time a week off. Exactly. You're basically going to see a little bit more shorter, sporadic streams. So normally today I would have started a little earlier. I just had to figure out what we were going to do. Like I was trying to talk to my girlfriend and figure out like, okay, what's the best way for us to handle these streams? Like, you know what I mean? Like how are we going to handle this, et cetera, et cetera. So that's what's going to be happening. So no 100% guarantees, but more than likely tomorrow will be Jujutsu Kaisen and Invincible. Again, I'm not going to say for certain because I just don't know. But that will more than likely be the plan. So keep that in mind. It might just have to be one of them because, during a stream, I never know how long I'm going to pause for. So I just wanted to let y'all know for that. I have until Monday for these free subs. So if you're seeing this, whether it's in the video or not, if you go over to Twitch, even when I'm not live, do exclamation raid. The link will pop up in the chat. Download the game, beat the tutorial, takes 3 minutes. Once you do that, that will update. Once that hits 280, I will not be gifting any more subs. But if you want a free Twitch sub, you can get it now. What you get if you're a Twitch sub, you get all the emotes. You get 30 plus emotes that you can use on Twitch. You could even use them in text message. You can use them however you want. Or you also get access to all of the live reactions in the Discord. So I have Jujutsu Kaisen up there. I have, Invincible's up there. We have a bunch of One Piece movies, all of the movies that we've done. There is a bunch of reactions in the Discord for free for all Twitch subs. So if you want to get a bunch of free, full, uncut reactions, that's the best way to do it. Just go through the link, download tutorial, bing, bang, boom, thank raid. If it wasn't for them doing this bonus, I wouldn't be able to give out more subs because, shocker, gifting 100 subs is a lot of money. It costs a lot. So they're offsetting that. And we also are very, very close to getting a new Twitch emote. We are currently at 1,114 sub points, 1,090 subs. When we hit 1,200 sub points, so we are less than 90 sub points away, we will get a new emote. So I need to know what you all would like to see as the new Twitch emote, because I know we're going to hit it. So in the Discord, be vocal. Let us know what kind of emotes you guys want. I'm sure we can come up with some crazy One Piece ones. Maybe we get a Dr. Stone one, since we'll be starting Dr. Stone once we finish Jujutsu Kaisen. I don't know, man. We'll figure it out. Send Ruff's kid all the plushies. I mean, I do have an Amazon wish list that anybody can add stuff to. So in theory, yeah. I mean, if you guys wanted to just bombard with little stuffed animals, that's fine. An Ace emote, a Zoro emote. Zoro emote. Yes, we're getting a lot. Just like I said, give me ideas in the Discord and we'll go from there. What's up, CJ? Sorry, we're hopping off here. I got to end. I'm sorry, guys. Like I said, normally I would stay online, but I'm going to go spend time with the kiddo and probably watch Coco for like the 5th time in 2 days because she's obsessed with Coco right now. Like a lot. A lot. She watched Coco like 3 times yesterday. Straight up. Like legit. No joke. It was insane. It was actually really, really funny, to be honest. Coco graduated. I don't know. Reaction to Coco. Coco's a great movie, dude. Coco at Disney World. That like Mexico World, the way they designed it was great. I went there like 2 years ago. It was fantastic. Frankie Superpose emote. Dude, we already have that. We already have the Frankie Superpose emote. That was like one of the first ones we got made. I think we made that before I became a partner. I appreciate it, Mad Hat. Thank you. Why don't I watch One Piece with her? She only likes certain things. She's still so young that only certain moments. She's very like specific on the shows she likes, and when she wants to watch something, it's all she wants to watch. For a while, it was Toy Story. Then it was Toy Story and Monsters Inc. We'd cycle between she'd watch Toy Story, then she'd watch Monsters, then Toy Story, then Monsters. Now it's Coco. Now all she wants to watch is Coco. No, she's not 7. She's 2.5. She can't read subtitles. The Rishi emote. I would like to get that, but we would need to unlock 2 emotes to do that. Yeah, I like the Law one. The Law one was real good. You know, I didn't cry watching Coco. I'll do a superpose maybe next stream when I don't have to. I have to piss so bad I can't put into words. I'm literally ending the stream. I'm just waiting for this hype train to end so I can end it. Unless, can I? Oh, I guess I could just end the stream straight up. All right. Point is, yo, if y'all want a free sub, download the game, complete the tutorial, post in the Discord. I'll get you today, okay? I can access my computer. Just do it. Get your free sub. Let's hit 280 downloads. We only need like 20. I almost said 200. We only need what? 20. How many do we need here? 22. It's like 300 people here. 22 people. Go get a free sub. Go download it. Exclamation Discord. Exclamation raid. I will see you guys tomorrow at some point, probably. If tomorrow's canceled, I'll let y'all know. Like I said, they'll be a little bit more sporadic when my daughter's here, but I will do my best to make it happen. But I'll see y'all later. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it.